Hello there, movie maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Midnight Movie Mania. I am your host, John, and with me is my co-host, Alex.
Hello.
Hello, and hopefully this thing records, unlike last week where it fucked up and my laptop went completely haywire, and the recording I had was only Alex replies to me talking, so that was fucking weird. Sitting at editing, I was, wait a minute, where's my parts? So that was weird and interesting.
Release the Alex cut.
Oh my god. That was because that was quite a good episode we covered. We covered Prana 3D, so such a shame. It's forever
Uh-huh.
lost, unfortunately. Anywho, on to this week's movie, and it's a weird one from MTV. Their first movie, I believe. Uh,
Oh.
Joe's Apartment, about a down on his luck um, Joe, who has to move into a shithole apartment that just happens to have singing, dancing, and talking cockroaches. Yes, folks, this is as weird as it fucking sounds. Oh my god. I think this is the first time you saw this thing then.
This was the first time I saw this thing, and it will be the last.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I saw this in the late 90s, early noughties, on Film 4 here in Britain. And I was just back from night out, so I was kind of tipsy and watched this thing and couldn't believe I was watching and was on the floor howling with laughter at this thing.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I think this is designed for drunk students, and drunk people because
Hmm.
and then I couldn't find this thing for years and years and years and years, and then I found it on YouTube. And I went, oh, screw it, let's do this for a podcast because it's got a podcast written all over it. But I remember this being much more funnier and much more, um, how to put this thing, sweet than it actually turned out to be. This is quite a nasty, cynical movie.
Hmm. Um, I'll also add, if you're uh if you're a smoker of the weed, like my boyfriend is, when we watched it, he's like, I'm gonna smoke some weed before I watch this because I feel like that's the only way I'm going to be able to enjoy it. And he found it hilarious.
Hmm.
Um, I did not. So there's that.
So yeah, so it's made for people who love the marijuana and
The
alcohol. So
marijuana. Hmm.
yeah. Like I said, I remember watching this thing and found it absolutely hilarious and on the floor howling with laughter. But watching it back, I went, okay. The one thing that made me laugh was the cat scene when he's fighting the cat. That made me laugh. But apart from that, I was like, this is kind of cynical and kind of bitter, and
Mm.
it's kind of nasty. I was thinking, where's the sweet movie and the funny movie that I remember from the late 90s, early noughties? So yeah, I will. I will. Anyway, let's go on to the nuts and bolts of this thing. The cast: we have Jerry O'Connell, Megan Ward, Billy West, and Robert Vaughn. The plots: Joe, your standard nice guy, moves from Iowa to New York. However, he's short of money, so has to move into a shithole apartment. Unfortunately for him, it's overrun by 50,000 cockroaches. Luckily, they can not only sing, but they can talk and dance and what the fuck's going on here? I mean, have rodeo with
Luckily.
cats and they become fast friends with Joe. And they try to fix his life, but can they do so? This is a fucking weird one, folks. So buckle your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Oh my god! Right around the trivia. Oh, here we go. This was Jerry O'Connell's fourth movie. So
Fourth.
yes,
Oh,
fourth.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think his first was Stand By Me.
Stand by me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which means Scream 2 must have been his sixth or seventh. I mean,
Hmm.
because that was only 2 years later, so. Hmm. Hmm. Billy West, this is his first movie as a voiceover artist. He went on to voice Fry and others in Futurama.
All right.
The CGI for the cockroaches was the same CGI used for T2 and Jurassic Park, so that's why the cockroaches look not too bad. I'm going to
Mm.
say. Um,
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that they were CGI if that makes sense. They
mm,
looked like cockroaches.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think when they're standing on their hind legs, they're CGI, but when they're crawling on the floor, they're actual cockroaches. So
Mm.
there we have that one. Um, Joe's second name is never said in the movie. So, Kieran. Apparently, his name is supposed to be John Doe. Joe Bloggs, rather. No, John Doe. So, as I said earlier, this is MTV's first movie. And due to this being MTV, there was no soundtrack released on CD, which I thought was weird because surely
Mm.
they would have pushed this forward as a soundtrack, but nope.
Mm.
And the budget for this thing was $13 million and it made 4.6. That's why the director never worked in movies again. I mean, I barely worked on TV, so
Mm.
oops.
Wow.
Right then, so let's get into this nut house. So the movie opens up on flying, singing cockroaches. Oh, by the way, anyone knew what cockroaches could fly? I mean, I was like, eh?
I think I knew that.
I thought they fluttered, but not flew.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Ah, oh well.
I'm not a, what is it? Is it an etymologist? Are they the ones that
Um,
deal with bugs?
Pass.
Yeah, I'm not one of those. I'm not a bug person.
mm,
They're
mm.
gross.
Yeah, yeah. So the cockroaches sing about how great New York is and welcome to Joe's apartment and blah 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 blah. And I never knew this was a bloody musical. I'm going, wait a minute here, where did the songs come from? I completely
Hmm.
blanked out the music stuff. I'm like, what the feck?
Yeah, it was kind of. Well, I mean, I knew there was going to be singing cockroaches in it, but I guess I didn't really think that it would be like considered a musical.
Yeah, true, true. Although, is it me that the cockroaches sound like Terence and Philip from Family Guy, South Park?
Yeah, they do.
I was like, oh my god, that was doing my head. I was like, so was this before South Park or after South Park? Who ripped off who?
When was South Park released? It's been 25 years, 20 years, 25.
25. I want to say, yeah, 25. Yeah, yeah. So,
So around the same kind of time.
although
Uh, uh, I
I
don't
was
know.
reading that apparently this was getting made for 4 years because of stop motion and CGI and
Good
VSR as well.
Lord.
So,
That's a lot of work to put into a pile of garbage.
yes, yes, literal in this case, yes. Um, so next, fresh off the bus from Iowa, we meet Joe, played by Jerry O'Connell, who is mugged not once, not twice, but thrice. And I love the editing here. It's like you just see him getting the sort of after effects and the smacked him in the
Mm,
face and the quick editing. I love that. It's like, oh my god, that made me
mm,
laugh. I was like, oh god, it made me giggle actually. I also love the fact how he's like in voiceover writing letters to his mother saying, "I'm just off the bus. I'm safe here in New York." And he
mm.
writes again, "I got off the bus and I was recently mugged." And he gets scripts again. "Oh my God, send mommy, send me money!" Huh? I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God." I've done here. The editing is slapstick. Say again, slapstick, edgy '90s humor. I mean, it's like, oh.
Mhm.
Um. So on to our poor Joe here, who's used up his last of his money to buy a cup of coffee with lipstick stains on the mug. I mean, we're hoping to this the greasy
Gross.
spoons. Yes, yes. But we're hoping
Mhm.
to the greasy spoons where it has like coffee stains or tea stains in the mug, or there's some sort of vileness on the. They're like, no, thank you. Um, he's looking for an apartment in the East Village for cheap. Good luck, because
Yeah.
today's cheapest apartment in the East Village of New York is $2,700, which is
Ugh.
that's a one bedroom, by the way. In 1996, the cheapest one bedroom apartment was $750. So how the fuck did it go up nearly $2,000 in 30 years? I mean,
New York real estate is crazy. You could pay $2,000 for a literal hole in the wall.
yes. Speaking of which, he's shown around town, and there's literally holes in the ceiling. Which what was it? It's an aviary. It's not a hole in the ceiling. and the
Uh,
and the falling through the floor. It was like that's a way down the stairs quicker. Like really.
yeah.
Uh, and then he finds um, a street artist laying on the ground pretending to be dead. He says he's been lying there for over 2 days and nobody touched him, but just spit on him.
Uh, that tracks.
He is Walter Shite. Oh my god. Played by Jim Turner. And they go for lunch where he laughs at Joe's naivety because he thinks he can get a rent controlled apartment for under $100 in New York. Yeah, good luck. You'll have to get a closet in New York for $100.
Hmm.
Or a parking space even. So as Walter's explaining this, that good luck trying to find a rent controlled apartment, an old woman is uh, being quote unquote killed by two thugs that are the quote landlords for her
Hmm.
rent controlled apartment. She takes a tumble down the stairs, flight after flight after flight, and she's like the boulder in Indiana Jones. She just goes and rolls down the stairs. It's like, oh my god. She then splats on the ground floor, but she's fine. She dusts herself off and walks off to get her mail. And I'm sorry, but that made me giggle. I mean, I was
Yeah.
going, that is just ridiculous. She steps out. Sorry.
Oh no. The only thing I was thinking of was it a little bit reminded me, just a very little bit, of the scene from Scary Movie where I think the piano is falling down the stairs and it
Mm,
hits the grandma.
yeah, yeah.
Same, it's that scream.
Oh my god. I love the fact how outside she just walks outside, has a heart attack, and dies right in front of Joe, who
Hmm.
catches her keys in midair. I'm like, lucky that.
Hmm.
And he now has a rent controlled apartment for $50 a month. Right in.
Yep, rent control.
Yeah, it is a tiny shithole with a hole in the ceiling, and the place is crawling with cockroaches. But it's his first apartment, so why not? Mm, I've seen worse first apartments, so why not?
Hmm.
Plus, it's $50 a month. Eh,
Yep, you can't beat that really.
no, no. Go around the place with a brush and shovel and mop up the place and put some paint on the wall. Fine.
Hmm.
A couple of candles, got rid of the stench, and we're fine. So Joe ignores the talking, walking roaches, and he makes the shithole livable, if that's a word. He then calls Mom to tell him he's happy in New York. As the cockroaches are talking behind the couch, I'm going, really, mate? You're going to completely ignore these talking cockroaches? Okay then. So,
Well, they're little. They only have little voices.
yeah, that's true. That's very true. That is very, very true. Like I say, to me, they sounded like Terence and Philip from South Park. I was like, I can't get that
Mhm.
out of my head. It's just, oh my god. So the quote unquote landlords come back for their rent, and it's $50 a month. Kieran.
Mhm.
Next day on a bus, Joe sees the girls of his dreams, and boom, he's in love just like that. As you do.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. I just love that one. He's just staring out the window, and he's like, ah, and she see, he sees her in the sort of light thing. It's like, ah, and well, of course, it's love. He returns to his home to find the quote landlords are cleaning up the apartment up the stairs. I.e., they throw the old dear out the window, which was ridiculous. So Joe calls the cops, and hours later, his call is answered. But wouldn't you know it? It's the girl of his dreams, Lily, played by Megan Ward. Handy that. She's
Mhm.
a 911 dispatch officer.
Mhm.
I love the fact how the camera pans to her area and they're all once walking away and like, who gives a shit, please hold. Who gives a shit, please hold. It's like 10. There's rows of people and they're all just put them on hold. It's like, oh my god. And this is where I've got down here, handy that, this is a black comedy movie. And not reality at all. It's one giant movie. So he reports the incident. She takes notes, but puts them on hold as she goes for a cigarette break to water her plants. And I'm going, does 911 put you on hold?
I don't. Well, I don't know. Maybe in the U.S.
God, I was going. So you're going to phone the police, and you explain to them, "Oh, I'm getting stabbed or getting mugged. Please hold. What the? I mean, or my house
Yeah.
is on fire. Please hold. Oh my lord, my mother's lying on the floor choking to death. Please hold. Oh, gee, thanks. Oh my god." So outside, we meet her bestie, her best friend, Blank, played by Pepper. I've got to hear, is she a drag queen? Because she dresses like a drag queen. Hmm.
Well, you never know.
She tells her to quit this crappy ass job and work for her dad, who is Senator Dugarty, sorry, played by Robert Vaughn, so she can get into politics because apparently Daddy is rich, and she goes, no, 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 I want to work my way into society and make society better and become a better person, yada yada yada. I was like, you got good luck with that, man, love, as you're wearing designer outfits and you've got Chanel
Hmm.
little bags and such, and I'm going, yeah, because Daddy doesn't pay for everything.
If I had the opportunity to be a nepo baby, I would be.
Oh yes, definitely, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Real life is too hard.
Exactly, yeah. Real life is well too hard. I love the fact how her dad is secretly a cross dresser as he's wearing like women's lingerie, and he's
That part just didn't. Did it go anywhere?
no, it didn't. But it's
I.
like every so often there's a sly wink and a nod to it as he's sitting there stroking
Mhm.
his what the hell that was, a piece of lingerie. Then later on he's got like a leather cuff on, and he asks her,
Yeah.
"Where'd you get the earrings from?" She goes, "Oh, it's from Tiffany's or what the hell it was from." And I'm
Yeah.
going, all this nods and winks, but there's no big reveal. It's like
No.
they should have at the very end. They should have had the gangsters turning on the senator and going, "Oh, you're a crossdresser
Mhm.
or a what do you like to call it?" I mean,
It reminded me where they actually did do a better payoff. Have you ever seen The Out of Towners with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn?
over years ago, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, and John Cleese plays the hotel manager, and you get those kind of little, oh, I love your shoes, madam, and oh, that's beautiful coats. And then later they obviously catch him like dancing around in this woman's clothes in her hotel room. So I was expecting something like that to happen,
Mm,
but no.
no, no. I mean, it's just so weird. They have like, as I said, 3 or 4 scenes of him doing weird stuff, but there's no payoff to it. It's just like, okay,
Hmm.
then we get it. He's a rich senator for New York, so he's a cross-dresser. He's also dirty because he's trying to kick out all these old dears from their
Hmm.
apartments. So there's no payoff for that at all. It's like that's kind of sloppy writing right there. But mm. So I've got down here. Wouldn't you know it? He's dirty and in bed, so to speak, with the quote landlords Jesus, played by Jim Sterling, and Vladimir, played by Sheikh Mohammed Bey. They're nephews, quote unquote nephews, of crime boss Alberto Bianca, played by Dan Ho. And it seems that they've tossed out every single person in that apartment
Hmm.
block apart from Joe. So it seems the good senator has hired them to clear out Joe's apartment block so he can have the land dirt cheap as he plans to place a huge state of the art prison in the middle of the East Village. The fuck? How is he going to
Hmm.
get planning permission to do that one? I mean,
Well, when you're rich enough, you can get whatever you want, right?
yeah, that's true. That's
You
very
could be
true.
the president if you wanted to be.
I was about to say that you can be president if you want to. I love that one, but even his daughter says you can't put a prison in the middle of East Village. And he goes, "Why not? It's a shithole. The prison would be more appealing or something like that." I'm like, "You're a nasty
Mm.
piece of work, mate." So cut to Lily and Blank. walking home from her shift where she sees two kids playing in a trash pile, as you do. They're
Mm-hmm.
making a crack house out of glass and used needles, which goes nowhere. I'm like, why have you get these used needles and such? And it goes absolutely nowhere. They just drop that and they move on. It's like, okay then. Lily says the land should be a public park with places for kids to play and people to sit and commune and all this malarkey. And wouldn't you know it, Joe's apartment is just down the street. Handy that. I mean, it's as if
Mm-hmm.
this is some sort of movie. I mean, So conflict with dear old dad is on the cards, but it's not. It's just dropped. She doesn't realise that her father was the one that hired the thugs and then set
Mm-hmm.
fire to her garden, so there's no conflict. It's like you dropped the ball heavily there. Your writer should be taken out
Mm-hmm.
and shot. There's no conflict ending in this thing. Oh my god. Also, Blank tells their neighbourhood is too nasty for a park. This is the nastiest neighbourhood in New York. I was like, that's a bit much. Dear oh dear. By the way, I love how sassy she is. She dresses in so 90s clothing. She's wearing the little 90s sunglasses and the sort
Mm-hmm.
of belly shirts and the little mini skirts. And I'm like, this is so 90s. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mind you, see that Joe's wearing like band t-shirts. That's all he's wearing, band t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
and a suit. I'm like, Kieran, so you have no other clothes but band t-shirts or a suit. So,
Mm-hmm.
hmm. So that night, as Joe sleeps, the cockroaches have their fill of the takeaway that Joe has just thrown lazily on the floor. This is why the
As you do.
yeah, as you do. This is why the cockroaches love him because he's a slob. So this is
Mm-hmm.
why they break their rules to talk to Joe because he's a complete lazy bastard, frankly, and
Mm-hmm.
he won't clean up. So the cockroaches love him, and this is where the quote landlords break in and help Joe redecorate by trashing the place. I mean, how can you trash a trash pile? But here we are. Not to worry, the Roaches don't stand for that shit and they fight back, taunting the landlords, telling them his mother's cooking sucks so bad I wouldn't even eat it. And then they pull out the guns and they start shooting up the apartment block. And I've got handily they expanded Joe's apartment. He's now got a separate room instead of just one room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was like, oh my god. They also say that if they don't leave Joe alone, they will not eat a meal without a cockroach inside of it. So they better leave Joe alone. And I'm going, that's a terrible threat. I mean, it's New York. There's cockroaches in food in New York as it is. So, I mean, what is it to say? Every single piece of food made in America has at least 8% spiders. So,
Is that a real statistic?
yes, it is. Because in Britain, it is 4%.
Uh,
So, yeah,
no,
extra protein.
that's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I used to work for a biscuit factory years ago,
Mm,
and they had a big gigantic drum of chocolate that was like
mm,
a big concrete mixer as it just churned and churned and churned, and it was constantly
mm-hmm.
spitting out chocolate, and it was covering for the biscuits and the various treats. And I was told, oh, by the way, you have to turn it off once a month and drain it, and then scrape it all the maggots that's in the bottom of the chocolate.
Oh no.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I was like, isn't that lovely?
No, that's disgusting.
Mm. I also got told if you see a rat floating in it, scoop it out and just.
Ah,
I was like, that is disgusting. People are eating these biscuits and various treats, and they just scoop out the dead
oh,
rats and mice and the such. I'm like, gross. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, now let's get back to to this movie. As I just grossed out Alex.
Yeah, you may have just found the replacement for Ozempic, because I may never eat again.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, so Joe is understandably freaked out, seeing and hearing the cockroaches talk. They then sing him a song to calm him to sleep, and he falls asleep, as you do. Next morning,
Hmm.
Joe thinks it was a nightmare. He then has some conflicts with his bowl of roaches, and I was like, oh
Hmm.
god, God almighty. Here we meet head cockroach Ralph, voiced by Billy West, and his brother slash cousin Roderick, voiced by Reggie Hutton. Okay then, because the rest of them aren't named, just these two are named, so.
Hmm.
I love the fact how he says, don't worry about it, Joe. There's 50,000 in here, and we're all brothers and cousins. I'm like, okay.
Ugh.
They tell him that they can talk, but not all humans, because all humans want to do is squish first, ask questions never. Joe is different, however. He's a slob, and they like him because he's a lazy git. Kieran.
Hmm.
So Joe is annoyed and leaves for his first job in New York, which is, of course, a pizza delivery guy. The Roaches then follow him to keep him safe, and fortunately, they crawl over a pizza and he's shortly fired. Then his second job is what the hell is he, a printer? What the fuck was that thing?
Uh, yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, he was working at like a print shop or
Hmm.
something.
Okay. And then he's fired because there's a giant cockroach on the paper, and I'm like, oh dear God. He then gets fired at least half a dozen times because the cockroaches will not leave him alone. It's like, oh God. And this is the one genuine laugh I had. A cat gets in and causes panic until a Texan cockroach rides it around the place as in a rodeo
Hmm.
and cue the rodeo song as the roaches are dancing to a cockroach. Sorry,
Oh my God.
that made me laugh. I couldn't. Then Joe gets attacked by the cat, so the cat stuck to his face and he's pulling it out and he's stretching the cat.
Uh,
I couldn't move for laughing. And he throws the cat out the window, and I was like, oh my god. That was the one genuine piece of laughter I had through this. Most of it was like giggles and a
hmm.
smile, but that was a genuine laugh. I was like, oh god. Anyway, so he gets a hold of the cat and throws it out the window, as you do with all cats, because cats are vile, disgusting creatures. But there we have it. I
Hmm.
can't stand cats. I mean, oof. Mm,
You just haven't met the right
yeah,
ones.
that's what they all say. You haven't met the right pussy. Yeah, that's nice, dear. Moving on. Joe has had enough telling the roaches not to follow him anymore, especially to work. So with that, he's off for a job interview until Walter dumps a can of paint over his head and he's walking art. Kieran,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but this guy's just dropped. I've noticed that he just dropped in the second part of this movie. They just dropped this artist guy altogether. I'm like, what happened to this
Hmm.
supposed street artist? He just disappears. So he's walking art, and Joe is pissed off even more because how can he go to a job interview with a half can of paint splattered over him, and apparently
Hmm.
it's what is it, pink or purple or something like that, and it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
fine. Ugh. So Walter hires him as a drummer slash PR guy for his bar, handing out handing out flyers, and Joe plasters the city with flyers, and I'm like, as you do. I mean, wouldn't you get fined for doing that?
I don't know. It's a common thing in New York, though.
No, right, okay. I mean, I know in the city centre here, you can only put up two or three before you start getting fined.
Hmm.
So, I don't know what it's like in Canada, but yeah, in Glasgow, you get I think it's a I don't know what it is a per post you put up. If it has to be like one or two, you're fine. But if it's like a whole wall, what Joe does, and you're fucked basically. You're
Hmm.
getting fined up the wazoo. So what do you know? What Lily is doing the same with her flyers for what the hell it is, our community garden thing, and the two literally bump into each other, and boom, the two are now in love because that's how it works. You literally just go boom,
Hmm.
and love hits the arrow. So Lily,
Exactly.
I mean, oh, this is so. Oh, I hate when movies do that. It's like, oh, I've met this person and boom, I'm in love. Yeah, because that's how things
Mhm.
that work. So, I mean, Lily states that she needs manure for her garden. So Joe walks the streets collecting horse shit from the horses of the horse-drawn carriages around New York, dog shit, and elephant shit from a circus. Okay then. Ah, oh my god. I'm sorry, but yeah, yeah. And he's fighting with a guy to pick up the dog shit, and I'm going, what the fuck? What is going on here? I'm so, hmm.
Some people make a good living picking up dog poop.
Do they?
Yeah, there's companies that you can hire that will come pick up all your dog shit for you on your lawn. They have like a vacuum that like sucks up all the all the poop.
Wow.
I don't think it's not super common here, I don't think, but I think in bigger cities it is. Yeah.
Okay then. That's a job right there.
Well, if you have the money to throw away for picking
Mm.
up your dog shit because you're too lazy, then why not?
Yeah, that. How was your day, dear? It was shit as per usual. I mean,
Yeah.
okay then. So later on the bus, Joe sees Lily with a man and dark clouds damping his mood. Not to worry, but it's dear old dad, so he gets the wrong end of the stick, because of course he does. I love the fact how he's on the bus with a gigantic bag of various manure, and everybody in the bus is like gagging with the stench, but Joe's
Mm,
like, oh, it's quite nice, I did it. I'm going, really, mate? Wouldn't the bus ever chip you off the bus? Because you can't go on a bus with
mm.
like a bag of chips in Britain, or you'd be thrown off, or a pizza, you'd be thrown off.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a few months back, a woman came on the bus, sat down two rows in front of me, opened a can of tuna, and was thrown off the bus the next stop because the tuna was stinking out the bus. So, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So, imagine that you've got a bag full of various animal shit. So, I mean,
That's wild.
oh my god. Now, where was I? So at lunch, she tells dear old dad that she's planning on having a community garden right on the same spot he wants the prison. He tells her he wants a prison to be built there, not a stupid community garden. After all, the place is a hill, well, so why not? Charming. I mean,
Hmm.
yet this guy doesn't get comeuppance at all. There's no payoff to his character at all. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just weird. It's just like, So meanwhile, Joe returns to his home dejected with his gigantic bag of shit. The roaches think it's for them and throw a party because
Ugh.
mm, Joe gets a letter from his mom telling him she got him a job working for an old high school friend. Cut to said interview, and he would meet P.I. Smith, played by David Huddleston. He's a multi-millionaire urinal cake maker.
Mm.
Right then. By the way, P.I. Smith is a terrible name for a joke name. Shouldn't it be, I don't know, P.I. Johnson or something, or P.I. myself or something? I mean, it's like, ugh. So the interview is awkward as fuck, as this guy pretty much foams at the zip, asking Joe weird questions such as, did his mom ever give him a sponge bath? Right then. I mean, this guy is a complete skis. And I love the fact how he says, "Oh, I became a millionaire at your age. Well, I looked down at the urinals and there was no cakes, so I decided, I don't know, let's have urinal cakes. And next thing I know, I'm a multi-millionaire. As you do. I mean, mm. So with that, he's hired to collect new urinal cakes. What was going on here? He was told to collect them for what reason?
I'm not sure because I'm pretty sure they dissolve.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure why we're collecting them. but it's part of the story, I guess.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's like, okay then. He's sent to Yankee Stadium to collect dozens of urinal cakes or urinal cakes. Um, as you do. I mean,
Hmm.
so much later, Joe returns home to see the Roaches have their own TV channel, which of course is showing porn because, sure, I mean, why not? It's just like public access TV, so we'll have porn shown right in.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't need to see a male cockroach in gimp wear with the female cockroach in leather bras. I mean, what the fuck? Could you imagine animating that, stop motion animating that? You're going, oh my god, oh my god, that's so. Anyway, so much later, I've read it a bit. So then the Roaches ask Joe why he's so down, and he tells them his life is shit. And they say, yeah, don't worry about it. Things grow from shit. Just look in the corner, and the bag of shit has some weird flower growing out of it.
Oh.
And it's a magic flower, apparently. So it grew overnight. Right then.
Hmm.
Cut to the community garden, and overflowing with flowers. As Joe hands Lily the magical flowers, and she explains they're rare flowers only found in Sri Lanka, and they only grow in elephant shit, which is a very distinctive flower, isn't it? I mean, it only grows in one
Hmm.
sort of.
One type of shit.
Hmm. Hmm. She then asks him what's his overalls say. What is PIS and S? He says, "Oh, it's a bank I work for, and not a urinal company, a cake company. Why don't you tell the truth? You work for a
Hmm.
urinal cake company, and your job is to God, your job is to pick up undyed dissolved urinal cakes because reasons."
Hmm.
I don't get that. It's like pick up the urinal cakes and figure out what ones are more popular. Wait, what? Oh my god. She pulls out a news urinal cake out of his bag, and he lies saying it's mulch and flowers will grow on it. Right then. He then asks her out and she says yes, because that's how that one works. I mean, she knows this guy for what, 10 minutes tops? And
And he's carrying a bag of urinal cakes.
yes, and he's wearing a bright yellow um, coverall, or overall rather, that says piss on it. And she goes, yes, I'll go with you. Right. Plus, he lies and said he's a drummer and a banker.
Mm.
Right then. Oh my god. So, so Joe returns home to see the Roaches are watching a talk show on how pests can live in harmony, i.e., rats, pigeons, squirrels, and roaches. This goes nowhere again. What
Hmm.
was the point of doing this? It goes absolutely bloody nowhere. So, he tells them he has a date, so be nice and stay out of sight because he wants to get on with this Lily chick. And with that, the roaches clean up the place. Who knew they could do that? But there you go.
Hmm.
Oh my god. Joe heads to his date dressed in his overalls, only to find out his boss lost company to an all-female company that only makes feminine products. I'm going. There's subtext. What? So they don't need the man and his piss cakes basically. So and that's it. So he loses. I've got here the guy's multimillionaire, but he doesn't have a penny to his name. It just loses the whole.
Hmm.
Really? I mean,
Very, very strange.
yeah, yeah. So cut to the bar where Joe's band is playing, and they're about to sing some garbage song. Oh, by the way, spot Moby as the in-house DJ.
Oh,
Yes, Moby with hair. Who knew?
I didn't even know he ever had hair.
Yeah, exactly. So Joe is of course terrible as a drummer, and gets booed off stage. So he runs away, basically, and Lily follows him, tells him he wasn't that bad, so he tells her the truth. He isn't a banker or a drummer, and he's just lost his job at a urinal cake company to collect used urinal cakes, which has to be one of the most disgusting, weird jobs I've ever heard in my life. It's like, what the feck? I mean, oh my god. With that, he takes her back to his place where the roaches sing a song about a funky towel. The fuck? What? What? Um, Joe returns to his apartment to find the apartment has been decorated. And I'm going, so, oh, by the way, they get splashed by a taxi. And she's drenched to the skin, and so is Joe. He has a towel, only the one towel, mind. So he goes back to his apartment to dry off, and then they sing a song about a towel, and what the fuck? Just as Joe and Lily are about to get down and dirty, the cockroaches fall from a ceiling light and ruin the moment as dozens of cockroaches just fall over the top of them.
Oh,
And I'm guessing they're real cockroaches because, no, just no. That's just, nope,
mm-mm.
nope, 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 nope. Lily freaks out and runs for it. So would I, actually. By the way,
Mhm.
there would not be a chance in the hell you would get me up that apartment. The the staircase is disgusting. There's newspaper and garbage,
Mhm.
and his place looks like a fucking shithole. But she
Mhm.
willingly goes into the place. I'm like, real love, where's your standards? You're supposed to be a rich bitch, but you're.
She has no standards.
My god. See, she runs out the place, only to find her garden has been torched by the quote unquote landlords. Karen. By the way, there's a scene where the two quote unquote landlords are standing next to, I think it says nuclear power, beware. Goes nowhere either. So it's like, hmm. Anywho, dejected Joe has had it, so goes to get bug bombs and comes back dressed as Rambo and nukes the place. It doesn't work. So the roaches take their cue from Army of Darkness and fight back, first tripping up Joe on a banana skin. Then it knocks him out. So that knocks him out. And as he hits the wall, a picture of Lily falls on top of his head. Where did he get that picture from? I mean, uh, Karen. By the way, I love the fact how he's dressed as Rambo with all the bug bombs and the what the fuck the black
Mhm.
things were. And I'm going, bug bombs don't work. I mean,
Mhm.
they don't. God almighty. My ex had a problem with his cat.
Mhm.
I think it was a he, had fleas. So I had to buy flea bombs and bug bombs to rid of the fleas.
Mhm.
And be rid of the cat because the cat was too, I don't know, infested with fleas. So we
Mhm.
did. I mean, we used several bug bombs, and it still didn't get rid of the fleas. I'm like, what the hell? The only thing it did
Mhm.
kill was every bug in that apartment. Oh my god! We opened the door, and I kid you not, there was an entire carpet of dead insects. I'm like, what the
Ugh,
fuck? I was like, oh my god, how many bugs were in this apartment?
that's gross.
So that was gross. In one of the cupboards, I opened the cupboard and there's a dead spider about the size of my hand, like on its back with the legs in the air. I'm like, what the fuck? So
Ugh.
yeah, yeah. So bug bombs kind of work and don't work at the same time, but yeah.
Mhm.
Um. So Joe wakes up in a suit because they've now got strength to strip the guy and put a new outfit on him. Okay then.
Mhm.
He's then tied to the floor, surrounded by cockroaches, with a can of bug spray aimed at his face. Right then, I've down here, Army of Darkness. Is this you? Because there's the exact same scene in Army of Darkness where Ash is attacked by his own reflection. So he smashes
Mhm.
the reflection, and the little mini Ashes attack Ash, and then they
Uh,
tie him, and he's tied to the ground, and one goes Geronimo, and he swallows one of the little mini Ashes. So he,
mhm.
anyway, moving on. It's exactly the same scene as this, so it's like, oh my god. So the landlords return to warm up the place as they toss around a couple of cans of gasoline. The roaches then threaten to kill Joe with the bug spray because he knows too much, because nobody should know what bugs talk. Kieran. The place goes up like a fireworks display, and the roaches scatter, leaving Joe tied to the floor. Not to worry, but he quickly escapes the CGI flames. I mean, really? As he falls down the staircase, much like a woman in the start of the movie, still tied up, and he escapes as the place burns to the ground. So now homeless with nothing, Joe tracks down Lily, who now doesn't give a fuck in work. In fact, she quits because he goes to the payphone and calls, and she's like, who cares? Click, and just he then races to find her, but she's gone. Kieran goes absolutely no risk, a completely pointless 5 minute scene. Joe returns to the burned out shell of his old apartment, and he says, fuck this, I'm going back to Iowa. He then gets punched in the face and knocked out cold by the quote landlords, and left in a puddle of water to die, as you do.
Mhm.
The roaches return to find the state Joe is in, so takes pity and pledge to find him a new home and maybe try to get Lily back, but they're only cockroaches, not Jesus. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Okay. The leader says we're going to use every pigeon, rat, squirrel, and roach in the city. Yet in the montage, all you see is the cockroaches. So what's the point of saying they're going to use rat? Cut to a montage of the roaches helping Joe get a new apartment, and also the deed to the land, which I don't find out until much later on.
Mhm.
Also, somehow they used the giant plastic urinal cake to fix Lily's garden by placing it in a pool of water, which magically springs up a whole new garden. What the fuck? I was like, it's a plastic, but
Well, it is a movie about singing cockroaches.
yes,
You have to
yes,
suspend your disbelief
yes,
significantly.
yes, yes. And this bit was all stop motion, which must have been a pain in the ass. I
Mm.
mean, God Almighty, having Jerry O'Connell lying there as they put astroturf and then have that weird tree roll over him,
Mhm.
and I'm like, wow, that must have took hours to shoot. I mean,
Mhm.
mm. So as I says, the roaches steal the deed to the land, flush it down the toilet, and they start singing a song about what the hell was that, sewer surfing or something like that. They then head to rescue Joe. What the fuck? What? I mean, what? I mean, it makes me want to grab a bottle of vodka and just neck it, because what in the feck is going on here? Um, Later on, uh, in a limousine, up pulls Lily and dear old dad, only to find Joe's garden, and he now owns the land. Lily runs out to see the roaches have left her a message saying that Joe loves her, and I'm not sure if that was stop motion or CGI, so
Mhm.
He then hands her the deed and goes, this is now your land, this garden is now your land. The community show up, and the senator takes credit for all of this thing. The quote landlords want Joe and Lily dead, so roaches flush them down the sewer, just like that, and they're just away.
That's it, I guess.
Yeah. So nothing about the senator's um, cross-dressing, nothing about him being dirty, nothing about him buying a crime lord.
Mhm.
It's just dropped. Just like these
Mhm.
gangsters are just dropped right into the. There we go. Um, that night, Lily puts Joe up in her swanky penthouse apartment. While in a bath, Ralph, the head roach, tells Joe to wine, dine, and dick her. Fine. because they want Lily's penthouse. Joe sort of agrees. Then Lily beds him. The Roaches sing a final song about the holy apartment, and I went cross-eyed as credits roll on this thing right now. So that was Joe's apartment. What the fuck can I say about this movie? This movie has to be seen at least once to be believed. This thing is so off the wall, it's on the fucking floor. I mean, the effects are great for the time and the budget. O'Connell tries his hardest to make this thing work, but it kind of doesn't. It's sloppily written, it's kind
Hmm.
of all over the shot, and it's too short for its own good. This is only, what, 80 minutes long? This could be a little bit longer and sort of flesh out bits and more pieces. I don't know about this movie. I say this is a Friday night movie with a few beers and or joints, pizza, and some friends that just rip the piss out of this piece of garbage. So what do you say?
Hmm. Um, I disagree about the length. I think it did not need any more added to it because it was bad enough at 80 minutes. I don't need 10 more. Um, you definitely need to be under the influence of something to even bear this movie. But I do agree it's better to watch with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just yeah, so you can literally just rip it to shreds as you're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I think if you were watching it by yourself, you would question your own sanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I watch these movies alone. I write my notes alone. The boyfriend refuses to watch any of these movies with me, so I'm watching this thing alone. Stone cold sober, going, where's my vodka? I mean, I haven't drunk since 2022, and I was going, where's my vodka? I mean, I need.
Hmm.
This thing's pushing me off the off the wagon.
Hmm.
What the fuck is this movie? I mean, so let's get on to the recommends. Would you recommend this? Yes, but watch it once only. Want to watch this again? Oh, fuck no. Three times is enough. So what do you say?
Oh, I can't believe you watched it more than once. Um, I would never recommend this movie to even the worst person I know. Um, and no, I'm not watching it again. Never. No. Mm-mm.
Mm, mm.
I'm just gonna remove it from my library so I never have to see it again.
Yes, 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 exactly, exactly. Like I says, this has to be seen at least once because it's a brain dead movie for somebody who's stoned and or intoxicated. So
Hmm.
yes, just watch it once for shits and giggles, but it's not a good movie, folks. I mean, it,
Mm-mm.
it's it, apparently this was based off of MTV short commercials in the early 90s, and then it was
Yeah.
brought into the film. So maybe it's better as a short commercial instead of a
Yes.
90-minute long or 80-minute long movie.
Hmm.
But like I says, they should have fleshed out the characters more. They should have explained
Yeah.
why Lily she's clearly a rich bitch, but she's a caring environmentalist.
Hmm.
They should explain why her father's uh, into cross dressing. I
Hmm.
mean, it should have explained how much dirty dealings he had with the crime family
Hmm.
and how he managed to get the connections to get the jail stuff up. Or that's just nope, it's just left for singing, dancing, talking cockroaches, which is funny for like 5 minutes, but then it gets really grating, and the songs were
Hmm.
on my nerves. I was like, these songs are fucking terrible. So,
Hmm. There are definitely better. I mean, I guess it was like you said, it was the first MTV movie.
mhm.
There are definitely better MTV movies. So, I mean, they obviously improve over
Yes,
time.
yes.
Um, just to name a couple, I really enjoy Election with Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick. I think that's a good movie. Bit of a cult classic as
Mm.
well. What is the other one? Orange County, I think it is, which has Or Colin Hanks,
Mm.
Catherine O'Hara, Jack Black. That's also a really good movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
Look at that. See, I have no idea what is or isn't MTV movie. I mean, I think I've only ever seen one MTV movie, well, two now, MTV movies in purpose, and the other one was Jackass, I believe. Is that
I knew you
MTV?
were going to say that.
Is that
Yeah.
MTV? Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I get tricked into seeing this thing because I can't stand Johnny Knoxville. He's a terrible actor, a terrible, and I couldn't stand Jackass. So I get dragged to see this thing, and I wasn't impressed. I mean,
We'll have to get you watching some more MTV movies, I guess.
mm, mm. Anyway, so thank you for listening. Now, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Midnight Movie Mania Pod, and follow me on Instagram at Here's Johnny Some Tonight. You can follow Alex at
Mr. underscore Alexander with an I.
Right then. Our next podcast will be Eight Legged Freaks, starring David
Woo!
Arquette. Oh, this movie is so cheesy. This is the definition of a midnight movie. So,
I love David Arquette, so I'm excited. I've not seen this one either.
oh my god, it's hilariously terrible, but it knows it's terrible and runs with it, so it gets better points.
Kind of like Piranha 3D, which
Yes,
we will never know about.
yes, yes. Unfortunately, I suppose we can do it next July. Oh dear, oh dear. Right then, on that, all I can say is goodbye. And if you ever see a cockroach, don't smoosh it. Try to talk to
Oh my God, please smush it.
it. Yes, smoosh the little bastard.